St. Tammany is an incredible place to raise a family, start a business, and accomplish all the goals you set out to accomplish. And it's a great place because of organizations like the Hope House. In these conversations, we're going to highlight some of the people who make the Hope House a reality and those heroes of our community that really put in the time, energy, and resources to make Hope House what it is. Thank you for tuning in, and welcome to In the Arena Podcast. All right, guys, we're live at the Heroes Who Cook event. I got Collin Sims, DA, St. Tammany Parish, and we're going to talk about a few things today. But the first thing I want to talk about, and it's an interesting perspective from yours because you're the DA, supporting the community from what your perspective at the courthouse. But as a business owner who operates in this town, in a gem of a parish in our state, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think some people don't realize what goes into making this community so great. And Hope House is one of those great community supporters that we believe in.
Oh,
so
yeah.
What about Hope House allows our community to thrive?
Well, St. Tammany is a family community. People having their, kids, and, we always think, St. Tammany is a safe community, and it is. But, our most vulnerable is out there running around, doing their thing, and they shouldn't have to worry about anything. But unfortunately, that there are these horrible individuals always still lurking, predators, and they prey on our kids. Hope House, for those of kids that are abused in our community, restores them to a pre-PTSD state. Kids shouldn't have to worry about these things, and Hope House kind of helps treat them and return them to that carefree lifestyle that every kid should enjoy.
Yeah.
And when you look around St. Tammany, kids all over the place. You got these rec districts everywhere. We're flooding with kids. And Hope House is that safety net to make sure that they're protected, they're looked after, and if something horrific happens, they are there, pick them up, dust them off, and get them back on their way so they can live happy lives. And for our office, they're a critical partner in what we do. I mean, and I'm sure someone else has said it here tonight, but you have, I think, is it 640?
Over 600 kids.
Over 600 kids were treated last year by the Hope House that reported abuse. And what's unbelievable, people don't realize, is it's not based upon an arrest. Any kid that reports abuse, there is a room full of people that triage every single case. DA's office, Hope House staff, clinicians, Children's Hospital, law enforcement, DCFS, you name it. There is a conference room full of people for every single child per year. And I think our community sets the standard for the response.
Yeah.
And we have built this thing out. Thomas has done an unbelievable job as director. The board is fantastic. But I don't think people realize that having a children's advocacy center is mandated. Well, but they don't mandate the funding for it. So if everyone here tonight, and this is an unbelievable event, if they don't show up, the Hope House folds, closes down, and they collect evidence for us. They do forensic interviews of kids in a safe place to have them tell their story.
Yeah.
And for us, you can imagine being a 12-year-old kid and you're sitting in a courtroom. Scariest thing ever.
I'm a lawyer. I don't like to go in the courtroom and speak, much less a 10-year-old kid who's got to stand up there and do that.
No, and imagine sitting across the room from the person that abused you.
Yeah.
And you're sitting on that stand, all the pressure in the world.
Yeah.
And kids aren't made to have to respond to those situations. But when they can't, we get to hit play.
Yeah. And
we get that interview at that state, at that moment in time, in a safe place to tell their story. And it helps us. We have about 95.6% arrest to conviction rate for those
amazing.
that are interviewed at the Hope House. We put that evidence on, 95.6%. Thomas told me this year we're 100%.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well, that's all this.
Yeah, and just to be clear, the two things the Hope House does, right? The first one is provide a safe place for these kids to give their interview, their testimony, their experience on camera that's admissible in court.
That's right.
That allows these kids to be able to, in a safe way, talk about their experience. So again, they're not doing that in front of a judge. They're not doing that in front of their abuser. They're doing
they still
it
have
in a
to
safe
show
place.
up.
Yeah, but they get the opportunity to do it safely, right? And we're in a place where they're more comfortable. It's huge. But again, if you're a business owner, and I'm a business owner in this town, I'm trying to be the hero of my story. And in order to be able to be a hero in your story and provide for your family and to thrive, you have to be in a community that allows for that. And if you are going to start a business, or you want to move your business here, or you want to do business in this community, you have to support organizations like this that are going to support our community, so you, again, have the opportunity. Because if you don't do this, you won't have the opportunity you have.
Well, I would challenge every business owner or anyone with means to say, what is the best investment you can make? And the best investment any of us can make is in our kids.
Yep.
And that's what you're doing. Everything else is a distant second when it comes to protecting our kids and investing in our kids, and this is it.
100%.
And I think if you can see behind us, I don't know what we're looking at or not looking at, this is an unbelievable display of people who get it and support, and without this night, this place wouldn't be here.
Yep, and from my perspective too, if you're a business owner, there's no problem with partnering with an organization that shares values, so that you can promote yourself and align yourself with another organization that you agree with, right? If you are looking for a place to grow, look into the value set, look into what Hope House does, and then decide if that's something that you can get behind. And if you can, support the event and show up. And like you said, thousands of people here tonight with music and food and auction items and just good people to connect with.
Oh yeah.
And so we've been here for a couple years in a row, me and you. What's your favorite part of the actual experience of Heroes Who Cook?
Oh, the people. I mean, look, everyone's having a fantastic time, and I think everyone really gets what it's about. I have, my family always joins us too. They've asked questions over the years. They see all the support. I mean, you name it, people are out here just to help. And for me, the music, it's the most serious topic ever.
Yeah.
But at least everybody comes together in a lighthearted way to have a good time for a good cause. And a quick plug. Faree's here with Tavi, 4 years in a row. These guys have partnered to do their part. And I want to say a big thank you to all the restaurants. I mean, that's a lot of investment on their part to come out here.
A lot of time.
And we think about how many different things they're asked to do all the time, and they don't skip out for Heroes Who Cook.
100%.
They do a great job.
100%. Yeah, I know that we have a good, healthy competition, right?
That's right.
Mariba, we got 2 wood fire ovens.
That's right.
Right? They both have great food, great bread.
That's right.
And do a great job. And I appreciate Gavin and Tavi, great restaurant. I mean, all the restaurants here, it's incredible. You go across the lake and have great food, but you don't have to go that far to eat great food. There's 15 or 16 restaurants here that just show up, and they've got the best food in the state right here on the North Shore, so it's great.
Look, and we had Groovy 7.
Yeah,
Groovy 7's unbelievable.
Right. So I want to talk about I want to talk about you for just a second.
Sure.
2026 is coming up very soon, right? What are you looking forward to next year that you want people to know about?
A little bit more serious then.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the parish figuring out, in partnership with the business community, with every stakeholder, the taxing structure in this parish.
Yeah.
And so when we talk about the Hope House and we talk about things that are important, we are a partner in that. And as we sit here, and next year the district attorney's office is cut 30% of parish funding next year. The judges are cut 30% of parish funding next year. The jails cut 30% of parish funding next year. And then in 2027, our coroner's office runs out of money next. And you're facing a $20 million, sometime in 2027, a $20 million annual deficit in your general fund that every organization I just named depends on, and it will have a $20 million annual deficit in 2027. That's what I hope gets figured out, that everyone realizes that we have an antiquated tax structure and we have taxed ourselves in a corner, and it has to be fixed, because there is no reason we should be asking the people for more money.
So how do we find out more about that and just get more information about that coming up?
We'll start paying attention. I mean, I wish I knew the answer to that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I find it's very difficult to reach everyone and inform everyone, because this is what happens. And my uncle will kill me when he hears this, but I'll quote him. We were trying to rededicate the tax at one point, and I'm not saying it was the right decision or not, but I remember he said something like, well, they better do something, nephew, because we're not giving y'all more money. Y'all got jogging trails to nowhere around here. And then I had to explain to him, and I'm ad-libbing here, well, that's the jogging trail fund.
Yeah.
And it's not really a jogging trail fund. My point is that almost 91% of our tax dollars are dedicated and spoken for. And so as your taxes go up or you give more money, it still goes into these little dedicated silos, and you can't legally touch it. Now, I appreciate people voted for those things at some point in time, but as the revenues get to a point where they're so high and other things due to other structural changes are so depleted, you got to shuffle the deck.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean all of these other things aren't important.
Yeah.
But when you start prioritizing and you see how everyone's here, do you want the district attorney's office to be in a position where, due to budget cuts, we can't do the proactive work that we do in partnership here? We're just partnering with the attorney general's office to start working cases that, I don't know, haven't been worked.
Yeah.
With these, you heard of Nick Tips?
Which one?
The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Yeah.
They digitally tag when images of child pornography are traded. Well, there are 228 leads that come to our judicial district per year, St. Tammany and Washington Parish. Until we did this task force that we built with all the different agencies in this area, state police, attorney general's office, you had 2 arrests about 3/4 of the way through the year.
Wow.
228 leads. 40 of those are tier 1, which means strongest likelihood to be a hands-on predator.
Wow.
So if I've got this investigative lead that says, here I am, come investigate me, and it led to 2 arrests in 3/4 of the year, that is a failure.
Yeah.
So we built this task force. Well, that comes with personnel, that comes with investment. And
yeah.
if we receive $2 million less next year than what we receive right now, I don't think that's a positive thing.
Yeah.
And I keep trying to explain to people, we're not asking for more money. I'm asking not to be cut. And it's $2 million starting in 2026 will be the cut. And then I'm told it might not stop there the next year because they made some maneuvers where it wouldn't be 55%.
Wow.
That is a serious problem.
Sure.
And when that coroner's office runs out of money and this problem hadn't been figured out, you lose your DNA lab next.
Yeah. Well, look, I want people to hear more about that. I mean, I know, we're trying to get the word out about these types of things going on in our community. So people can make a decision, right? And it's not just a blanket no because they hear the word tax. We want people to have knowledge that of these things so they know. So I'd love to talk to you more about that on camera, and I want to give you the opportunity to share this with people so that people can make their own decision with the knowledge base that they need to make the decision with. So appreciate you coming on.
Oh, I love.
Yeah.
Well, I always love being with you, man.
Thanks, buddy.
And thank you. I mean, you invest a lot here too. So thank you very much.
You're welcome, buddy.
All right, brother.